Japan, 1592, the Sengoku period. This is a time filled with war, betrayal, roaming samurai, death, and destruction. It started in the dark of the night. First there was fire, then there were screams, and then there was blood. Rain falls on the streets of a forgotten city in Hojo clan territory. The rain comes down in sheets, mixing with the blood that has been laid across the stone pavers, like a thick red ink, becoming a viscous mix of whatever liquid was left in the gutters, after 5 hours of hell on earth. What was once a prosperous city is now a smoldering heap of lost dreams and the souls of the damned. A man walks alone, his footsteps confident through the rain, each step echoing with the jangle and clang of trinkets and protective charms. This sound in stark contrast to the dying wails of the city. As he walks, eventually the sounds of his footfall are masked by the crunching and snapping of flesh. He approaches. There's a beast sitting in front of him, gnawing on a pile of corpses. He approaches, slowly unsheathing his sword and taking a book from his side. As he begins to approach the beast, he opens the book and begins to read. Dear Lord, hear me. I have slain them. By word of my mouth, by actions of my deeds, my judgments go forth like lightning, for I desire mercy, not sacrifice, and the knowledge of God, rather than burnt offerings. But they, like Adam, have transgressed the covenant. They are unfaithful. As it fades to black, and the sounds and screams of a forgotten era are silenced. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Cain. So today we're going to be playing Cain. Cain is a tabletop role-playing game which is heavily inspired by Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, Persona, tiny bit of SCP. It is just a mix of good stuff. Very shonen-like, very anime-like. Everyone's depressed, everyone's traumatized, and we're having a good time. Just a little content warning. Cain itself as a system thrives on trauma. It's a core part of the series, so if you are not okay with that, probably go ahead and click away now. We'll just do a little player introduction and GM introduction first. My name is Emma. I use she, her pronouns. I'm going to be the admin and the game master today.
Hi, I'm Sumner. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be playing the character Connell.
Hi, my name is Skye. I use she, her pronouns, and I will be playing the character Phan.
Cool. Hi, I'm assuming I'm next. Hi, I'm Naren, and I'll be playing the character Ryuji.
Hi, I'm Rylee. I use she, they pronouns, and I'll be playing the character Ivy.
The year is 1980X, and the weight of humanity's sins is great. The unspoken evil that lies behind all of our eyes. This evil must be dealt with until it is gone, until it is nothing more than a memory, a monster under the bed, until nothing remains, until the sin is wiped away. The hotbed that is Tokyo, home to 30 million people, their desires, their fears, their lust for life, seeps into the hidden corners of the city, bringing us to you, the operatives. It is your job to hunt the sins. It is your job to be the monster in the dark that deals with the creatures under the bed. As exorcists, it is the only purpose you have, because you are in fact not considered human. To work for Cain is to postpone a death sentence levied upon you since birth. Welcome to Tokyo. Phan, you come into consciousness as... Actually, I should ask you about this.
Yes,
Does the door notify you as it unlocks?
100%.
Okay. What would it say to you as it the like electronic lock in itself is activated as a key card is slid in between the magnetic strip reader?
I don't think it says anything. I think it's some kind of signal that only I am able to detect.
Okay. This like sharp little impulse, this spark in the like base of your skull, kind of jolts you awake ever so slightly as you are stripped from the half-life that is sleep and jolted into consciousness. The door slides open, and outside of it stands no one. There's just a small piece of paper. Would you like to pick it up?
I'll look over. I'll see what's going on.
Yeah. You walk out of the like concrete cell that you were held in to the sounds of like office ambiance and stuff like that from the floors above you. You can look out the windows. You see the Tokyo cityscape, the hustle and bustle of the city, and you look down and pick up this piece of paper. It reads just a very, simple, bureaucratic. All it says is, new official transfer, Tokyo Division 12.
Phan looks very disappointed as she walks out the door, grazing the door with her hand, and just says, "Thank you, sir."
You feel this almost like appreciation come from the object, this acknowledgement of a purpose that it has served. This like, you're welcome. And you walk away down the hallway towards office number 12.
Does Cain have an official library?
Cain does have an official library.
Yeah, Connell would be in the library. He was actually in the middle of a college equivalency test, specifically for English.
Connell, you find yourself in the Cain Sanctioned Library, head buried deep in an English textbook, reviewing your last texts.
Oh, he's currently filling out like the Scantron. I bet there's a proctor sitting like across from him right now as he's just scribbling through.
As you begin to like work through this thing, would this be the first time you'd taken this test, or how many attempts do you think you have under your belt?
He's probably made 2 previous attempts before this, because Cain doesn't allow you to use your powers if you mess up.
Got it. As you are working on this test, as this proctor watches you, you hear a slight rap upon the door as this giant round door swings open with a creak. In steps someone, standard Cain uniform, suit, button up, a bureaucrat. They walk in with a manila folder, red lace tied around it, coming down over to you and setting it in front of you. They turn to the proctor, nod to themselves as the proctor flips over the pocket watch that they were timing you with and just looks at you with sad eyes. I think we're going to have to go to attempt number 4 because this is technically a break in the test-taking environment.
Yeah, I understand. Sorry. But thanks again for trying, or whatever.
I'll be here.
Connell quickly stands up, grabs his things, and shuffles out.
Yeah. As you shuffle out, you inspect this manila folder, and with your years of experience inside of the organization, being well-read as you are, you understand what this means. This is a transfer notice.
Oh, man. Does it detail what address I'm going to?
It says just Cain Division 12. There is no address listed for fear of complication. It is very much one of those things where it's like, you will know how to get there.
All right, well then, Connell will head on his merry way. He takes a deep sigh as he jots something down in his notebook and moves on.
Ivy, you are alone, fighting one of those, oh god, what is it called? Do you know what I mean?
Dummy.
It's like the wooden ones that like spin around as you can like.
Oh, the Wing Chun dummies, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, with like the ones where you're supposed to spin them around. Yeah, that's for Wing Chun specifically. Yeah.
Yeah. You are fighting. A live dummy isn't the best way of describing it, but something that will effectively poke you back if you mess up. It swings and makes rounds at you as you bat it back, your own punch being deflected at you, the force of it swinging back around and patting you on the side. You continue like this for an extended period of time. You don't know how long you've been in this gym for. There is no clock. There are no windows here. You are in an underground bunker in a room filled with concrete as you spar alone on this rubber mat. Once again, a light rasp is heard on the metal door as it creaks open, and a notice is left on the floor.
I guess I would finish the round of training first.
Yeah, you finish your set.
Yes. And then I would go and check the note left.
For sure. You pick up the notice, same thing as it was for Connell's character, manila folder, tied with red string.
I will undo the string and read what it says.
Yeah, same thing as all the other envelopes. Official transfer notice, Division 12.
I'll just start heading over. Don't even think about it.
For sure. And you end up walking up the stairwell and stepping out onto the streets of Tokyo, making your way towards building number 12. Finally, bringing us to Ryuji. You find yourself locked in an office building. Office building number 12. You've been here the entire time, actually. Cordoned off. What have you been doing here?
Well, that's complicated. Well, they've tried to give me tasks that's more suited to my specific skill set, though that's kind of hard to do when you're a sales associate and this is a secretive, clandestine organization.
Time passes as all of you make your way to building number 12, taking routes that wind through Tokyo, hopping off of subway lines, making your way there, until eventually reaching a large concrete building that everyone else just seems to walk past, almost like it's not even there. You approach the door, big glass, a brass handle on it, pulling open and stepping into the lobby.
Walking into this lobby, the thing that catches your eye first is not any of the scattered papers or upturned stationery or the fact that the chairs are all set at odd angles. It's the fact that there is a makeshift CRT set. It's currently in between shows right now, so they're on an extended commercial break. You see on this CRT monitor sakura trees that are going past, heralding in spring as an advertisement for Suntory whiskey shows up. Over the CRT voice, you can hear the sounds of a vacuum cleaner going, and it's getting nearer and nearer. And as this happens, you see the image of the cherry blossoms fade. Suntory whiskey, as the bottle is sitting right there, and it flips. A man walking through an airplane-like aisleway wearing a very nice trimmed suit, and a jingle begins to play for an energy drink as you hear a voice matching the voice of the jingle coming through the other room. Regain, bokura no regain. You hear footfalls coming through, and a man rounds the corner, easily 6'1", smile plastered on his face. Businessman, Japanese business. Looks over, quickly reaches over to the desk and turns off the TV. I am so sorry. I did not expect. He's like holding an open vacuum cleaner. He just drops it on the floor. Before you is like a tall, gangly looking, dude who appears to be in his like mid to late 20s. He's got like a gaunt face, bags under his eyes, but as he looks at you, first surprise, a smile stretches across his face. He's dark-skinned, short-cut, curly black hair that has been tamed into a standard salaryman's cut. He is wearing a old secondhand suit with like a yellowed button-up and a black tie that has been loosened. He's like a guy that has been stuck in an office for several weeks, if not months, pretending to still be at work. I am so sorry. Bows as deeply as he can. I did not expect that we would be having company. Very nice to meet you. As he begins to walk up, what does he see?
You see Phan immediately recoil and take a step back as you walk towards her. You see Phan's uniform is a size larger than it should be, something that she specifically asked for, just so it can cover more of her arms and neck. Her purple hair goes down just above her neck with long bangs covering the top of her eyes, which are dull and gray. She is deeply uncomfortable from this entire situation as all of her arms are kept carefully towards herself, fidgeting with a hammer in her left hand. She is 5'5", but somehow feels much shorter than that. A couple fun facts. She likes plastic bags, the way that dishwashers recycle their own water. She hates personality quizzes and fuzzy carpets. And she can disassemble and reassemble a toaster in 45 seconds.
Incredible.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. This like clash of the titans, just the two polar opposites of just like the extremes that human personalities can exist on. As this like warm, bubbly front of just Japanese salaryman meets hikikomori, do not talk to me, please. And it seems like some sort of clash is about to happen.
Ryuji just strides forward, you not even knowing his name, as he goes, "So sorry to not announce myself. My deepest apologies." As you see, he reaches deep into his pocket, extracts a pristine business card that has not been given to anyone in several months, holds it with both hands, bows forward, and holds it out to you. "My name is Kitamura Ryuji, Tomoe Manufacturing Group. I am Sorry, I was about to say junior sales associate, recently promoted to sales associate. Very nice to meet you."
So the first thing Phan says is, "Hello, my name is Phan. I'm not working with you, right?"
Sorry, no, you are not working at my company. I am actually on temporary leave. You watch as he looks down at the business card, completely baffled at the interaction of her not doing the polite thing of taking his business card when he presented it to her, and goes, "I can leave my business card on the desk."
"That's fine. Just don't touch me."
"Oh, I wouldn't dare to. I will leave it right here just for you. Sorry about the mess. I was doing a little bit of cleaning up. Phan, you are older than me. Are you my boss?"
I'll just say she's 17 years old.
Visibly young, goes, "I've sort of been turned around by a lot of the interactions at this company. It's structured very strangely. There are plenty of people who are my senpais who are much younger than me, and I'm not sure if they are adequately equipped to train me. But you are not one of those mean people, it seems. I have recently been told to wait for people transferring to Tokyo Division 12.
You see she kind of rubs her shoulder. I'm an exorcist.
Great! You watch as he, like, his smile somehow gets even wider as you say you are an exorcist, and he goes, "You're an exorcist? I've not seen many other exorcists. You're another exorcist just like me."
I need you to please tone it down.
Right. Volume. Inside voice. My old manager told me to mind my inside voice frequently. Japanese customs, but the Japanese way is the right way. Please, come in. I can try and make you some tea.
Sure. She walks up to the place where you laid down the business card, holds it up to her ear, and asks, "Can I trust this man?"
Now, I don't know if I can answer this question, so I think I'm going to toss this to Ryuji. From this object's perspective, like, what kind of life has it had? And I'm assuming your uniform pocket. Have you treated it well? Like, what's because you said it was pristine, right?
Indeed. There's a number of things that tingle in your brainstem for a little bit. It's the scent of fresh laundry, muddy dirt roads that have that smell of morning petrichor, of summer heat, of summer humidity, the smooth feeling of chamfered steel. I think you smell open inkwells, and there's a glint that appears in your eye of stationery that is well kept and well polished.
She just whispers back to it. Thank you very much, madam. I will take care of you to the best of my ability. As she pockets it very carefully.
Hey, so is this the right building?
There's more.
You see that in front of you as if he just randomly appeared as a very thin, rectangular glassed individual. He's a little bit taller than Phan. He's about 5'7". And he stands with his standard uniform, which actually appears to be tighter and slightly smaller than what you're used to. And it seems that he has rolled up his sleeves purposefully because you see they are coated in graphite and smudge marks. It appears that he's been writing quite a bit. He has very messy and not in like a cool way, in a very bedhead way, messy black short hair. And he carries the most fucked up backpack you've ever seen. It looks like he's had this backpack for what is probably like years on top of years. It is old. It has holes in it. There you can see stuff like poking out in all sorts of ways. But exposed through the backpack, you can see that there's a number of books, a mix of textbooks and sketchbooks as well. It appears that he is up to writing a lot, but he just he wipes off his glasses a little bit as he looks directly at you, Ryuji.
Another. Are you also a member of Division 12?
Yeah, I got the envelope. He holds up the manila envelope.
Great. I was told to receive you. You watch as he walks right up into your personal space, goes, it's very nice to meet you. My name is Rajesh Kitamura. Also, you can call me Ryuji. Bows deeply, holds out his business card with both hands.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thanks a lot. Did you like always work here before, or is this like a new thing? Or
I guess this is my new assignment. I am very new to the company, but yoroshiku onegaishimasu. Please come with me. I will always treat my kohais very well. Please.
Thanks. How long have you waited here?
Maybe 2 or 3 months.
And wait a minute. Who's that lady? Hey, wait a minute. You're the lady who told me I couldn't get off the subway because the doors were complaining.
Don't talk to me, please.
Oh. She kept shouting at me in the subway. It was very weird. But,
We didn't ask, so...
Wait, is she in Division 12 too?
If all is to be considered, please, everyone sit down. You watch as he, leads you through this office building. Clearly, this bottom floor, there's no one in it. Everyone's, there's papers strewn about, left here, old box, computers that are, not turned on in the slightest. As he begins to walk through very proudly, puts the vacuum cleaner off to the side. He goes, I wasn't able to finish cleaning up, but I think there's still some instant tea powder left in the break room, so I can make some tea for you.
He almost mimics your march as he follows your pace behind. Lady, do you want any tea?
I'll have some.
And your name?
Phan.
Phan. Got it. Oh, just like an office fan or something. Okay.
She finds zero humor in that statement at all.
Businessman, Japanese businessman. Okay, we're here.
And as this procession begins to walk down the hallway, Ivy, as you approach this building, you look through the big glass doors, and you just see 3 of the most interesting people you've ever seen in your entire life. Just begin to speak to each other. I don't know how long you would have wanted to wait or watch or when exactly you would have shown up.
I probably would have watched this entire entire interaction, and then as they walk away, then I step inside the building.
Ivy, as you walk in and see all of these people, what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I really hope none of them are in the division I'm in, except for the one with purple hair. The purple-haired child is someone I would get along with, so...
Ryuji is 23, 22?
24.
24, and then Phan is 17. How old is Ivy?
Oh, I am 19.
Ivy's 19, and then Connell is how old?
22.
22. Yeah, you open the door. Would you say you opened the door quietly, loudly? Are you making your presence heard?
I would probably open it quietly.
Yeah, the door swings open, and you walk in. Would the like trio of tea drinkers, would they have like already walked down the hallway? I kind of envision them like half step already into the break room.
Yeah,
I think we're
agree.
we're getting
I
there.
agree.
But you can hear us from down the hall.
I think Phan hasn't noticed Ivy, but she says under her breath, like, please let the next person be subdued.
I can't help but say you've mentioned your business about 7 times now. Are you going to mention it again?
Sorry, are you talking to me?
Yeah, who do you actually work for?
Oh, well, I work for Tomoe Manufacturing. At least I used to. I haven't been to work in 3 months.
So you're like LARPing as a businessman?
I am a businessman. I am a sales associate for Tomoe Manufacturing. We make car seats for the best cars in the world, the best
but you
automobiles,
don't-
and that is Japanese automobiles.
Phan, it's his cover-up.
Say away.
Did the folder have somewhere for us to go specifically?
No, it just said Building 12.
Okay.
Knowing of Building 12 in Division 12 as it was, it was actually left abandoned for an extended period of time. Not due to budget cuts or anything like that, just the sector had rapidly industrialized, leaving a lack of people and therefore a lack of sins to deal with. But as the Tokyo metropolitan area has once again expanded, the purview of Division 12 is once again needed for the wards of Tokyo. As you walk into this building, Ryuji already described it as this like incredibly messy office space. It's incredibly interesting because you can tell this building has been abandoned for some period of time, but no vandalism, nothing has been stolen. It's almost just like a thick layer of dust has accumulated upon everything, almost like it was frozen in time. And, you know, people walk past the building, not even sparing it a glance. It's almost like you are the only people in the world who are able to interact and come in, just look at things around here.
I'm sitting in there waiting for a kettle to heat up as I'm taking some instant like green tea powder and pouring it into small cups. And I go, sorry, the break room's been running out of supplies for a while now. 2, 3. But I always take care of my kohais. Trust me, it's instant. And this is the best quality you can get from instant tea. Put the kettle back.
Sure, I'm sure it'll taste delicious. It'll taste great.
Set the little cha cups in front of you, and I will go, please.
Ooh, I can't. I just can't wait.
Phan takes a sip and then doesn't swallow it and just like spits it back out in the cup.
Business guy, you just want to go for this together?
Go for it. I mean, I will let my kohais drink first.
Oh, how you're so sweet.
You watch as he just smiles, like completely not knowing your implication.
Do you have water?
This tea is disgusting.
Oh, that is brisk. Oh, I apologize. As he goes to scoop them all up and goes, maybe no tea for now. Pours them all out in the sink and goes, hot water, hot water, hot water. Begins to pour out some from the kettle. So sorry about that. I'm still getting used to the traditions, and sorry for my bad Japanese. I'm still learning.
Oh no, I appreciate the attempt. You're doing good.
So just checking, neither of you are my boss, right?
Usually with the whole division deal, you don't really get a boss. It's a team effort.
Oh, interesting. Flat hierarchy.
You got the manila envelope, right?
I got a manila envelope that said, stay here and wait for people.
Yeah, we're going to be getting a lot more of those, and odds are that since we've been told to come to this building, this might be the place we're staying? I'm not sure. Or we have to wait till another very ominous envelope arrives. But, you know, hopefully we find more derelict drinks to enjoy.
Ivy, are you just still idling outside of the break room at this point?
I'm just like in like the lobby area where they were. I'm not like listening in on the conversation, waiting for like a moment to come in. I'm sort of just waiting for, because I know none of them will tell me where to go and what to do, so none of them are of importance to me.
The door opens one final time, and in walks a woman. She has dark green hair with a streak of black running across it, long bangs, and a single eye patch. She wears the Cain uniform. Very like it suits her well. it's a well-fitted coat. She walks in like she knows what's going on. Sets an umbrella in, even though it's not even raining. She just places it in the umbrella receptacle and just sort of looks at you. Up and down, takes note of the situation, looks at the TV in the corner. Well, this is certainly something. And she just walks straight past you.
Yeah, and I'll follow her.
You all notice as a much like taller, more confident presence like walks into the room with you. She moves with authority, almost like a panther, a cat that knows that it's in charge and that it could potentially handle any situation if anything was to go wrong.
And I walk in right behind her.
I quickly get to my feet. So sorry. Was I supposed to wait for you? My deepest apologies. I bow very deeply.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Connell like scratches his head and turns around. Oh, are you part of the team too?
No, I am in charge of the team. You are the first members of the new Division 12. I'm Makoto. I'm in charge here.
Makoto, very nice to meet you. I apologize. I was just introducing my kohais here to the office space and getting them acquainted.
Yeah, I can see that. I wish they had taken better care of things, but I guess that's just sort of how things are these days.
You see Phan very rudely points her finger towards her and says, "You're in charge. I want to be in a different division."
That is not how this works.
In our defense, you've hardly gotten to know us. Give at least like 10 more minutes, maybe.
That was a joke. We weren't. We're just joking.
No, I really don't like them.
Unfortunately, that is, not how this works. If you'd like, you can file a complaint with Castle, and maybe one of the mothers and fathers can take a look at it for you, but as things currently stand, this is home.
You see Phan is like on the verge of tears. Not like going to cry, but like wants to.
So do we each get like our own floor in the building?
No. And she begins to walk away.
I just follow her.
Yeah. She's once again poking around at desks and stuff like that, eventually rooting around, finding a light switch as the building sparks to life for the first time in many years.
I'm sorry. Please excuse me, you two. Please excuse me as I begin to go after her.
Skye, is Phan like in an office chair? Could Connell just start to like push you in along?
She like has her legs up on the chair, like hugging herself.
He grabs the chair and he starts pushing it as we both step out of the break room.
It's very uncomfortable.
Can I describe how you guys see Ivy quickly? She is 5'7". She has darker skin. She is, she seems to stand with some sort of confidence and some sort of like, also ignorance as well. She has dark-ish brunette hair that reaches her like shoulders and like a little bit past them, with like a streak of just like a chunk of white bang. And also, as you're trailing behind her, sort of, you can see she also has some like white like little like pieces of hair. And she has like blue eyes. She seems sort of annoyed at the entire situation as well.
I'm like perking up from behind you, like just going like, are we getting further briefing on how long I'm supposed to stay in the office, or do you have transfer orders? Because I do apologize for the state of disarray that I have kept this office in. There's only so much I can clean by myself.
You're fine, don't worry. As she just sort of continues, like she pokes at the elevator, and as the doors sort of like creak open, she like mentally looks at it, walks past it, and starts going up the stairs. I know this is short notice, and I apologize, but I am sort of as in the know as you are in this. I picked you out of the list of promising exorcists, and she turns to you, Ryuji, as she says that. You do know you work for Cain, right?
No, I work for Cain, the organization / company / I don't know.
Got a pretty solid hold on things. Phan, you got your transfer orders recently. I don't know why they were staggered like this, but you got here on time. Ivy, you're here. That's good. And she just continues to walk these stairs.
I'm sorry. You said transfer orders?
Yes.
The other Team 12 died today, didn't they? I was in the middle of a test.
I wouldn't necessarily say that. Today would be a bit generous use of words. I would more say, they died 5 or 6 years ago and were never reinstated.
Authority lady.
Yes?
We're gonna have to, like, actually fight sins, right?
What do you think being an exorcist entails exactly?
She's like balled up in an office chair, by the way.
Sorry, just to clarify, you said transfer orders? Like, the others, and I sort of point to the other two people because I don't know who you are. I point to the other two and I go, so they were in teams before this one?
Well, in terms of organization and hierarchy, some of you have more experience than others, some of you not so much. I looked and reviewed all the case files that were presented to me for potential exorcists for a team, and your name spoke to me.
So they are my senpais?
No,
We're all created equal, remember?
you are all exorcists. You all hold the same rank. As far as I'm concerned, you are also still within Category 1. No one here, aside from me, is above or below you.
Oh, that was what the testing was about. Okay.
Phan, we're coming up on some stairs. You're gonna have to get out of the chair. I'm not carrying up the chair upstairs.
Fine. Thanks, Chair. As she gets up.
And try to call her Makoto-san, and I begin to run up the stairs.
Makoto flings open the door of the, I said 6th story, right? The 6th story of the stairwell. And in front of you lies a room filled with beds and bunks. Unlike the last place, you can tell that this area has been deliberately, like, sanitized all personal affects of whoever stayed here. The interesting thing, however, though, is there's only 4 of you, 5 including Makoto, and this floor could sleep so many people, minimum of maybe like 75 to 100. This is an entire floor just dedicated to exorcist living. She begins to like walk down the halls, sort of like running her finger across some of the bed linens.
Are more people supposed to show up, or...?
That is to be determined. Of course, you are free to pick a bunk. The only requirement is you are a team. You do have to pick 4 bunks that are within proximity of each other, even though the floor is empty. Bureaucracy is still bureaucracy, tragically. So I will leave that to you. And then she sort of turns around, and any moment now, with a like blinding flash just in the center of the room, you all like recoil, as all of your personal affects, everything that you have ever owned, which is not much, is now in neat little piles on the floor in front of you.
My gun!
Man, as your objects reappear,
It's like, it's
Yeah,
so
so
much
much.
more than anyone else's. It's so much.
What's in front of Ryuji is a lot of the things you'd expect. I mean, there's like a briefcase, a second pair of like ratty dress shoes that he is yet to polish, some sets of stationery, but no service weapon. There's like a briefcase, but no service weapon in front of him. Oh, and also, I should mention, there is like a 12-pack of an energy drink that is bright yellow with black English font plastered on the side that says Regain.
In Connell's little pile, it's this very, very small stack of textbooks followed by a even larger stack of notebooks. It seems like he's been trying to document every piece of information in there. But most notably out of the pile is more manila envelopes, but they are not from Cain. You guys see a bunch of rejection letters from Tokyo colleges stacked beside all of them.
Don't do that. That makes me sad.
Yeah, Phan immediately runs up and is like, "My fairest madam, are you alright?" As she individually checks every single one of them. Is like, "Alright, Jeff is fine. Alright, Samantha, she's okay." As she's checking lights, knives, there are books, different types of sports balls, computer, keyboards and monitors, shoes, power tools, hammers. There are bags, gloves, ropes, of just piles and piles of boxes as she's very carefully and softly talking to each one of them to make sure they're okay.
She doesn't have to use a bunk, right? I'm pretty sure she's gonna just sleep right there.
It's one duffel bag and then like one like hard case suitcase, like she was ready for this moment at any point. And then it's a sword, like a basic like just like anything sword, and a gun. And then there's this little stuffed bunny that looks like it's been through countless events of everything, like her entire life. And it's like, you know how stuffed animals, like, they deteriorate over time because they've been, like, loved? This thing is, like, it looks like it should be worse for wear, but it's not. Like, she's tried to, like, hand stitch, like, the ear back together, and, like, where, like, pieces of the fabric have been taken out, she's, like, found new, like, it's, like, patchworked together. Like, she, like, loves this thing.
It's well-lived. It's well-lived.
Yes.
Yeah.
Makoto looks around at the assortment of objects on the floor. Listen, just please make my life easy. Just please take the rest of the day, get settled in, get acquainted with the area, okay?
Cool. Connell picks up, I forgot to mention his gun, the Winchester 1887 short model. And it has a sling on it. He slings it over the top bunk of the bed closest to Phan's pile, and he jumps on top.
Oh, did you want to... Okay, I guess I will move my stuff from my bunk.
You can be bottom bunk if you want.
No, I already set up a bunk. I've been living here for 3 months.
Oh.
Yeah, would you like to tell us what your bunk looks like?
Yeah, I've stolen blankets off of the other things. I've borrowed them, per se. It has, like, his extra shoes underneath. It has, like, a folded coat. It has, like, a summer uniform that's just sort of hung up there that hasn't been washed yet. Some stray papers on the ground that, like, seem to be from this old company. Like, you see stamped at the top is Tomoe Manufacturing, like invoices, stuff like that, just all scattered about. As he sort of walks over and goes, oh, right over here. Oh no. As he begins to scoop up the papers and, like, put them off to the side. He's formed, like, a pile of, like, blankets and old people's, like, shoe compartments into a makeshift table and just places them on top, like, stacks them and places them there.
I will give you the rest of today. So I'm assuming it's probably around, like, 10 or 12 in the morning at this point. Like, you've all sort of come together. You've reached this place.
Do you want you to take one bunk, and me and the purple one will take another?
Wait, are you also part of Division 12?
Yeah.
I thought you were Makoto-san's assistant. Oh, very nice to meet you. I am Kitamura Ryuji, sales associate at Tomoe Manufacturing Group.
Ryuji, I don't think you work there anymore. Didn't she just say you work for Cain now?
I do work for Cain now, and I have most certainly been fired because I have not gone to work in 3 months. If you'd like to take my card, that would be great.
Sure.
You look at the card. He introduced himself as, like, Kitamura Ryuji. This says Kitamura Rajesh, like the Indian name Raj. Like, it's the last name Kitamura, and then written in, like, katakana, it's Rajesh.
Ah, interesting.
And I guess the weird thing you all can consider is, like, why is his last name Japanese?
What is this guy doing here?
Does he have? Are there any visible wedding ring marks on him?
You don't see a wedding ring. No, like, tan band. None of that. Yeah.
Interesting.
And usually the tan is noticeable because his skin is brown.
I'm taking bottom bunk.
Oh, you could take my bottom bunk if you want, or I'll take Ryuji.
Student guy, you.
Yeah, me?
I want to go with you. You push me in the chair, so by proxy of elimination, you're the least annoying.
Okay, I'll take it, I guess. Okay, I'll bunk with you. If he gestures to the bottom bunk. I guess you could scoot your objects over. Could you just make enough room for me to land?
No.
Okay, I'll figure something out. Maybe like a zip line, or... Well, that leaves you two.
As I turn to Ivy, I go, I'm so sorry. I have already taken the bottom bunk.
That's fine.
Okay. Wonderful. Sorry, my manager told me that I need to work on my crisis and conflict management. So let me know if I have failed in that regard.
I'm not your manager, but I will let you know when you failed. And I'll just go up to the top bunk.
Watches, like, Ryuji just stares forward, and you climb up to the top bunk, and he just sort of stares forward and lingers on that for a second and just goes, works for me.
As bunks have been decided and official sleeping positions have been declared, I think that's worthy of striking the talisman, bringing us to 1/3 completion.
I'd like a common area where we could put all our stuff. I hate to call you guys to arms, but could we steal like a cubicle or something and use it as a table?
The cubicles are not permitted for use, but
No, I like that. Let's do it.
I go, sorry, what are we all doing here?
Stealing a table.
Oh, we're here. Yeah, getting a table.
Stealing a table for what?
Common use.
Oh, you want like a table to be used just for anything?
Yeah, we put all our stuff on there, ideas, or I definitely am gonna slap my sketches on there.
Oh, you guys should come with me.
Oh, okay, sure.
I take them up like 2 floors up to where the mail room is. I open it, crack open one of the boxes that have been left unopened for a while, and you guys see a heat lamp, like a bunch of other stuff in there, as I open the other lockers of the mail room, and I go, these lockers have not been used in quite a long time. There was some old mail in here, but I sort of ditched it.
Are the lockers attached to the wall?
Yes, they're in the walls.
Could I rip the locker off the wall?
I mean, you're welcome to try.
As a member of
Yeah.
Ardence, you definitely have the capability.
What do you want from me?
Actually, no, this would be risky, because if Makoto found out that you, like, ripped a hole in the wall, she would definitely be upset. I mean,
You
can you
want to
justify
have a
me
wall.
ripping a locker that's been bolted to the wall? Like, are you just raw dogging that?
Could I set up Ivy with this roll?
Explain to me how you would do that.
I very kindly ask the bolts in the wall, might you please unfurl?
You pull the locker out of the wall, and the sound
well-
of, like, 4 distinct bolts hitting the bottom of a metal locker.
And this wall is as secure as it gets. So, you put your stuff in here, there is absolute...
Yeah, that'll do it. Is that just for you, or?
I mean, do you want me to get you lockers too, or?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Wow, that was impressive. That was also destruction of company property.
Dang, how much do you lift? You're good.
I don't really keep tabs of that sort of thing.
Really, you got good arms, at least. All right, I'm gonna go store my stuff. He wobbles away with his locker.
This is the caliber of Division 12, huh? Okay. Ryuji looks pale as he just floats back to the dorm.
With lockers, does the clock move up once more?
It does.
Yippee!
I'm also, maybe to move up the clock some more, as the night goes on, I will put the heat lamp down and I go, when it got real cold in the office, and I turn it on, and it brightens up the very dark room. And I go, it's like a little campfire.
That's nice.
You stayed here all winter?
Not by choice.
Oh, did you, go anywhere?
I wasn't allowed. I was only to stay within the dorm area and the office area, and they would send people in to check on me. And well, we did the thing. I don't know if it happened to you, but they basically they blank your vision and you can't see anymore. And it's not like they put a bag on your head, but all of a sudden you open your eyes and you're in a testing chamber, and they start asking you to use your the thing that the exorcists have.
Your blasphemy?
Blasphemy, right? And they did a lot of. I mean, we spent months doing testing for that.
Oh, yeah, they do usually do that. I was a kid, so I don't really remember how it went.
You would know as he's explaining this to you, Connell. Months is a long time to be testing a blasphemy.
Oh, yeah, and at least when they did me, I had a grasp on my powers. A grasp as in I kind of knew somewhat how to activate them, but we moved through pretty quick. You said they had you in there for all a month more?
I don't know. It's sort of fuzzy. They would bring me out a couple of times per week to run a new test, I don't know how any of this works. Sorry.
No, it's okay. He pulls out a 10 yen coin. He flips it into the air, and you see it is suspended into the air for an inordinate amount of time as it even moves a little slower for a second as it falls back into his hand. Yeah. Don't got a good grasp on it? You ever practice with him?
Practice?
Yeah.
It makes perfect.
You would know, flashing back to that question, you can find yourself in that cold concrete room, just getting grilled by people yelling at you in a language that you don't fully comprehend, just asking you to do stuff.
I can shoot things, I think. I make things spin and go. I don't know. It's just they had to force it out of me. Was I supposed to practice? I can practice now.
Oh, no, not in the dorms, not in the dorms. You'll get your chance, but...
Okay.
Don't you guys
So,
die falling a lot?
Oh, he's Vector?
Die falling?
Yeah, I heard that you guys die a lot from falling.
Right, that's what they said. They said I'm Vector. We die from falling?
Yeah, it's most of you guys, right?
Oh, that's reassuring.
No, she's talking about how some of you got the ability to shoot yourself into the sky, and if you don't use it correctly, you will just fall.
Maybe I shouldn't practice.
Well, I'm a part of the newer one. They keep telling me it's fresh. Flux is what they call it. Weird, but cool. He does the coin trick again as he flicks it.
You can make things slow down?
No, I control the flow of time.
Flow of time.
Yeah, relatively though.
Oh, wow. That is a super practical ability.
Yeah, wish I used it for only good things.
Wow, so you can make anything slow down time?
No, I can stop something though completely. That's
Stop
just a
something
little.
completely.
That's just a little dumb trick. It's insignificant. It doesn't do much. It's because the
if
coin
you-
weighs almost nothing.
I mean, imagine the application of that power to automobile braking. I mean, it would make cars so much safer.
Yeah, it sure would.
Oh, right, I don't work there.
You built lady.
Right, your blasphemy is incredible. Do you have strength, super strength?
No, I just am in the gym a lot. I'm Ardent.
And those of you who know, upon hearing this, if you'd like to just take a couple steps back, feel free.
What's up? Is that bad?
You don't know what Ardence is?
Ardence! What is that?
How long have you two been within Cain?
Well, I've heard you guys. I haven't met you.
3 months?
You've been here months, but you, Phan,
Yeah.
how long have you been inside Cain?
5 years. I haven't gone on any missions though. They usually just send me after they go to kill sins and investigate places.
Oh, 5 years. You guys are my senpais.
I've been inside Cain 11 years.
Ooh, I got you beat.
By how much?
Try 12.
11, 12, 5. And you see as Ryuji starts looking over all of you and goes wait, but you must have been, you were all so young, you must have been children.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was 12.
I was 10.
I was 8.
Wait, so they just put you in they just took you like that when you were...
Yeah.
It's pretty standard.
This is also weird for you guys, because this guy's mid-20s and is I've been in Cain for 3 months.
Why is Unk here?
These guys are detected way, way earlier. Even if he didn't know his powers existed, someone would have known.
Ardence is, I'm kind of like a ticking time bomb.
What? Don't sell yourself short.
I explode. Sort of.
That's not your power. That's only if you use too much of your powers.
That's the way I like to explain it.
You explode?
I can.
She's got some real crazy stuff packed in there.
I'm your best bet for defeating a sin, sort of. Up close, at least.
Oh, for sure. You want her in your corner when you're fighting something real big. The only issue is you don't want to be next to the thing that's real big.
Right. Okay. Cool.
What's your blasphemy, Phan?
Oh, I have sympathy blasphemy. I can talk to objects, ask them to do things, look through the memories if they want to, obviously. I'm not really too good at fighting, though.
The purple ones are kind of useless.
I like that you whisper that from, like,
Yeah,
top
I
bunk
know.
to top bunk.
Everyone heard that. Everyone heard that.
You you watch as he reaches into his inner coat pocket and pulls out the badge without the lanyard on it and just hands it out with 2 hands to anyone who wishes to look at it.
I'll, like, pluck it from the top bunk.
Yeah. Oh, right. Go ahead.
Looks real
As
to
you're
me.
looking at it, yeah, it looks real. You see the designation Vector on the thing, but like usually there's like a description of like generally what the blasphemy is, like somewhere on the profile, like whether it creates heat or whether it like freezes shit or whether it like what it does, right? This one, just the only description is 2 kanji, and the word doesn't exist. It's literally it's pronounced yurin, but it appears to have been taken from like Chinese characters or something, and the first kanji yu means existence and the other means wheel.
Oh, I can barely even read kanji. I can barely even read it all.
Phan just talks to the signs tell her what they say.
Wait, that is so fucking sick. You don't need to read because things just make themselves known to you. Writing just makes itself known to you. That's so
I
fucking
also only went to
cool.
school for 3 years before they took me, so I didn't learn that much.
They're talking to you.
It's a shame. A good education is the foundation to a proper career. And, you know, a career is just, something every single one of us need to have.
I don't want to work at all, though.
This is our career.
Another bomb for you, Ryuji. This is your career for life.
Right, I'm aware of that. I mean, I've been integrated into the organization. I'm ready to go, you know? So, like, what is the, like... So you guys just, like, slow stuff down? There's, like, no extra stuff?
Oh, no, I can... at least I don't use it often, but I can stop time for up to, like, about 15 seconds. And I can also, if we really, really fuck up, and I imagine an envelope's going to be delivered to us soon, I could set us back a little bit, but that's kind of it.
Oh, okay. So you can talk to objects, and you explode, and you stop time. I guess mine's more complicated. It's not really that simple.
Oh, you go really fast, like a vector.
No, that's not it either. You watch as Ryuji suddenly stands up and goes, I'm not going to activate my blasphemy. But, watch as he looks at you with his, like, very earnest green eyes and goes, can you throw that coin at me?
Yeah, sure. He flicks it at you.
Flicks it at him. You watch as it goes next to his head, and right at the base of his skull, where his neck is, you watch as the coin just begins to orbit his body.
Whoa, cool. Wait, are you doing that?
Not consciously. It just happens. And you watch as he, like, steps close to the center, like, right next to the heat lamp, and just closes his eyes. And you guys feel your bunks creaking underneath you as they begin to sort of shift, like a supernatural force is pulling them. But when the bunk behind him, directly behind him, is moving to his left, while the bunk directly in front of him is moving into his right, and you watch as things begin to shift slightly, as all of the various objects that you guys have skidded, as everything comes to a stop and he opens his eyes, everything has rotated in a clockwise orbit around his body.
Whoa. This'll keep us mixed up quite well. If we want to change up the space.
I'm gonna have to fix all my stuff again.
As bunks are pushed back into place and introductions have been made known, blasphemies have been spoken about, and the damned have gotten more acquainted with each other, I think made enough progress to clear off our first talisman for setting up the bunks.
Let's go! Yay! Living space!
Yeah.
I imagine that the locker doesn't quite reach the top bunk. It's just like, it's not like, it's like tall enough to where it's like a little shorter than me, I'm imagining. So I've put basically all of my clothes in there, and I'm using it as like a closet type situation.
Yeah, so it's your uniform, and then the other.
And then my other uniform, in case you're wondering, that one's for my summer.
For the record, that none of these fit. By the way, you do have to spend money to get a uniform that fits.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. Maybe put my bunny on top of my locker, and then I leave my bed sort of like perfectly made, and there's like nothing else on it besides maybe me at a time.
I think that Phan very carefully places each one of her friends and family in very specific angles and positions around her bed. One's beneath her pillow, at her feet, around the ground. They're in very particular places where she wants them, as she draws chalk around her area with a small space for what she calls student Guy to walk down from.
My name's Connell. Okay.
Okay, Guy. Anyways, we've agreed you can go down the ladder, but if you do come into my space, I will hit you and it will be hard.
Duly noted. Duly noted. Just above her, and I imagine the ladder also has a line on it. His bed is already littered with a bunch of different papers, both notes, sketches, and other kinds of things. Some pieces of paper do happen to fall into Phan's area, and I imagine. But some of his books are like shoved at the very foot of his bed, into the bunk.
Yeah, you see, the thing I was describing before, the very well-made bed. He doesn't have a service weapon, so just propped up next to the table is a briefcase. Something that none of you guys were given. Sort of in the top left of it is a symbol of like an upwards triangle, like an upward-facing triangle and a downward-facing triangle at the same time. And within it is a single kanji that says Kai, meaning destroy.
What kind of gun you got in there?
Oh no, it's just office equipment.
Oh yeah, no, the gun, we consider guns office equipment at Cain. What kind of gun you keep in there?
No, I actually don't have a gun. Are we supposed to keep guns?
Yeah. Nature of the job when you become a full-time exorcist is you fight sins.
Right. Oh yeah, they said I wouldn't need a service weapon because I'd probably be fine.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I don't know what that means, but yeah. I think everything's a weapon in my hands.
Oh, I'd hope so. I'm gonna enjoy the silence and I'm gonna get some shut-eye.
Right. Feel free to rest and, welcome to the office. It's good to have company.
As you all attempt to fall asleep in your new home.
Bright and early, boys and girls.
Does Ryuji wake us up at like 6 in the morning?
I like a machine. I wake up at 7 a.m. on the dot.
I probably wake up at 8 and go to where I think the office workout space.
Yeah, I imagine you just explore for like 30 minutes until you find it.
Yeah.
I imagine that the wake ups are pretty staggered. I don't know what time Connell would be waking up, but I imagine
Around
it's like
9.
Yeah, that tracks. And Phan definitely gives me sleeping until 12.
Absolutely, as possible.
As Connell steps down the ladder, his feet land on something that he can't see, but it hurts. Oh, fuck! Oh shit, sorry, Phan.
What?
Why'd you put something at the bottom of the ladder?
Why'd you touch it?
Okay, I can barely see it. Okay, good night or good morning.
You see she's hugging her hammer in her sleep, or she was at least.
Baby's emotional support hammer.
Lovely relationship you got going there. Alright, I'm gonna figure out breakfast.
We have food?
As you walk downstairs, what would Ryuji be doing at the crack of dawn? What's he getting up to?
I think what Ivy would have sort of heard ambiently and what you two would hear is the sound of that CRT blaring again. It's just like you hear the sound of commercials being flipped through, channels being changed. Ryuji standing there in his uniform, clean press, ready to go. Like, he has kept it perfectly folded so it doesn't have any wrinkles in it, and it is way too big for him. It is like a suit that is like a standard like suit jacket that is like hanging over his shoulders. The cuffs of the actual white collared shirt underneath are like way too big and they're creeping up on the hand itself. And yeah, he cleans up nice. He looks like very well presented, like he's got a black tie on. And he's just cleaning. Like he's just cleaning off the desks, vacuuming, all that stuff. He's like humming commercial jingles to himself as he goes, "Oh, good morning, everyone. Good to see you're awake."
Yeah. How long have you been up?
Oh, almost 3 hours at this point.
Wow. You're a real dedicated guy.
Yes, well, I usually work, anywhere from 10 to 12 hours a day.
That's a short work day, but
What
still.
do you do when you're not working?
I go out with my bosses and I network. So, technically I spend pretty much all of my time awake on the clock, but, 10 to 12 is like discrete work hours, and then afterwards, I have to, show up for the company. Yeah, I go, "I've been waiting." You watch as he reaches down, picks up an energy drink. Basically, it's like a glass bottle with like a top, like a white top on it. It's got a yellow label with that English words written on the side, "Regain." All of the instant coffee is, it's gone bad. But I do have a good pack of this. So if you guys would like to, get yourselves ready for the workday, Regain is your option.
Oh, I was just wondering if we had, like, waffles.
Oh, you're talking about food.
We don't have the money for food.
Oh, food sort of comes in indiscriminate times, but, I don't think, he like sort of looks at a watch and goes, "I don't think it's due to arrive in quite a while."
So no waffles?
Okay, I'll take my breakfast. You got one in cherry flavor?
Oh, no, they're all the same flavor. You basically look at the label. It is a energy drink marketed towards salarymen, pretending to be a health tonic. And as he clinks his drink against yours and like starts singing the jingle out loud that you heard on the TV playing commercials from before with that man in the airplane, and he goes like, "Kiro to kuro wa yuki no shirushi ni 14時間戦いますかリゲインリゲイン僕らのリゲイン." And like as he's like singing this along, like you understand Japanese, so you know that that song literally means yellow and black are the mark of courage. Can you fight it out for 24 hours?
Well, there's my breakfast.
And he goes, "Would you like one?"
No, I'm good.
All right, suit yourself.
We get our first assignment today. We could get the rights to get our own food if we get enough script.
I mean, there are some old MREs left over. I have some stored. I don't know if it's for enough. I don't have enough left for all of you, but
Yeah, Makoto is not here. There is no food here. You are like left to your own devices. Hours pass with nothing going on. You are just left alone to just sort of hang out.
Protocol would be to stay here, correct?
Yes.
We're not allowed to go anywhere.
I think for the first time, Phan confides slightly to Connell and like whispers to him, like, "This guy's a nutcase."
We're all crazy.
I mean, look at him. He's like jittering.
I like to imagine he's like smiling and waving at us.
I also have a television set. That was the one thing they gave me. It only has standard access cable, but the commercials are quite nice.
They only got rerun channels?
Pretty much. Do you want to watch Bakatono? You can watch Bakatono.
Sure, how far are you in?
I don't know the episode numbers. They just play them in a random order.
As the sun begins to reach its apex in the spring, as Makoto walks in with an umbrella, manila folder in hand. First assignment just came through, and she sort of looks over at all of you. Is everyone here in uniform, specifically in dress code?
Connell's like sleeves are rolled up, but besides that.
Oh, absolutely, I'm in uniform.
Sleeps in it.
But the one addition I've made is that I have my business cards in my coat pocket.
I am in uniform. I am like swimming in my suit coat though, and my tie is like just like slung across. It's not done at all.
Yeah, Phan has in every single pocket possible, as much as she can carry. There are, like, different objects clipped onto her clothes and pants as she kind of, like, walking around just, like, jingles with different things on her.
You can't take all of
Hard
it.
no.
No, you can't. You don't. No.
You're gonna have to kill
There
me.
are rules. I'm not going to kill you, Phan, but there are rules for a reason. Sorry. You can't. Phan, you can't have
Strike
all
me
of that.
down where I stand.
Makoto, if you bring waffles next time, I think she'll...
I'll do it for waffles.
You're not getting waffles. No one here is getting waffles.
I'll take the food that's in your hand.
Everyone gets one, and she just sort of sets them down on the floor in front of you guys.
Absolutely scarfs it down.
Yeah. We're both scarring it.
Yeah. Here's the situation. She just sort of like walks over to the glass doors and pulls down the blinds. She grabs the manila folder in her hand and opens it up. We've got a sin that falls under our jurisdiction. Your first hunt. Please don't fuck up. I need this to go well. Here's what we know. We think it's a hound type, and I think we have a name. Isobe. Last name's a bit wishy-washy. All we could find was an ID covered in blood. I've got a building for you as well. Unfortunately, that's all I have. That's all I know. Feel free to poke around. Feel free to do whatever. And she goes around and hands out dossiers to all of you. It's the Zabimatsu building. No one here has like actually encountered Zin yet. I'm very sure.
I've
You've seen them,
Sin.
but I don't think you've like dealt with them.
No.
Right? Okay. Hounds are notorious for not being capable of human speech and are just pure violence incarnate. They are often born of vengeance and are prone to violence. Please handle it. I would recommend bringing your service weapons with you.
Yeah, Ryuji begins sweating a little bit.
You got it, boss. We'll get it done.
Yeah, hey, well, good luck and knock them dead. And she sort of like opens the curtains on the way out, pulling up the blinds, goes back to the glass front door, sort of closes it, knocks on the window, and just lights up a cigarette outside under the balcony as it begins to rain.
Well, I don't want to waste any more time.
Right, let's get going. I'll pick up my briefcase.
Connell puts on his service jacket and slings his shotgun around his back so it can't be seen.
You all eventually, after transferring multiple train lines and walking for a couple, you reach the Zabimatsu building. Looking up, you see what appears to be a standard Japanese building. However, inside of it is strange. It's the middle of the workday. You would expect people to be coming and going from this place. This is a large building. There's, cars, buses, combinis nearby, other places, but no one has come in or out of this building.
Does anyone want to take point, or should we all go in at once? Or?
Yeah, I'll take point.
I would like to note that we are going up one tension, and a new talisman has just hit the board.
We have to destroy the sin within its own palace, right?
If we try and kill it outside of his palace, it just comes back inside.
Right. Okay, well, we should start looking for clues then.
I think that's Phan's department, right?
Yeah, we need to find some sort of important object first, something that might have been close to this Isobe guy.
As you move into the office building, you are all immediately struck with this sense of ominous foreboding, this fear, this heavy tension that sits in the air, like a cold fog that rolls in the morning. It's almost like a bloodlust, sort of echoing down from the upper floors. And initially, nothing appears to be inherently off with the first floor. However, no one is here. There is no sign of struggle, there is no blood, there is no force of violence. It is entirely empty. It's almost like everything disappeared. Coffee cups sit half consumed, paperwork half filed. A printer sits in the corner, constantly spitting out sheets of paper.
What is the printer spitting out?
Now it's just blank sheets of paper, but as you rifle through the ground, you see stuff about it, like a failed product launch, a botched acquisition, some information about the company not doing as well financially.
Are any of the names on it the name of the suspected person that turned into the sin?
Yes, you do see a name on the piece of paper, actually. you see Isobi's name along with the last name of being Kichoru.
Yeah, I guess, yeah, I'll show it to the group.
Quick question, admin. Do I know anything about Zabimatsu as a corporation?
Yeah, I remember you talking about car seats and stuff like that, right? This company actually worked in like radio entertainment consoles. So the stuff that would go inside of that dashboard. They were notorious for licensing their stuff out to Toyota, Nissan, all of these different companies. However, it appears that like new and other companies have sort of come up on things, and a lot of these bigger car companies, as someone who used to work in the business, started doing things more in-house to optimize manufacturing and to like cut down on the amount of employees and just streamline the development pipeline, as it would be. A company like this with this many clients being in a building like this shows that like things haven't been great.
If he was such a problem, why not just can the guy?
Well, maybe they did, and that's why he...
Lost it.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know if he was the whole problem, right? I'm like just looking down at these papers, like seeing this person taking the blame for everything. I think a part of me feels a pit in my stomach, because this was the rock bottom that I tried desperately to avoid. I think this is my version of hell. We don't know that.
No, it probably was.
But we don't know. I mean, it's just sheets of paper, right?
No,
I mean, it's from a printer.
Fuck up a lot of things.
I mean, if you read the writing on the paper, I believe it was this guy.
Well, what if they lied, okay?
And then he just turned into a sin and they like ruined his life?
I don't know, okay? I don't know. We should keep looking.
Maybe you're onto something, actually. Because, the Hound is a sin of vengeance. So maybe this was their fall guy, and... Right. Maybe it was their fall guy. Maybe the company did something wrong and they blamed it all on him. I mean, we don't know the whole story, right? I mean, you could be right. And I could be right. We could all be right. I mean, let's just keep looking.
Let's just hope this guy isn't hiding anywhere. I'm getting a little antsy.
Ivy, I hold the pages back out to you.
Okay, yeah. I'll take them.
Can you ask the cups if they saw anything?
Sorry? Huh?
I'm trying to wrap my head around how this works. You, like, talk to these?
Any people, yeah, I can talk to.
No, I'm talking about he looks at the cup.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I walk over to the printer and turn it off.
You see that it's like flashing, it's like toner out.
No, the objects, I could look at any of them, but if they're personal, they'd be much more effective. Some sort of relation to the guy himself.
Oh, let's try and find his cubicle.
You're so right. He has to have a cubicle somewhere.
Yeah.
People always put a little bit of themselves in the things they carry with them.
We are in an office building, right?
Mm-hmm.
True.
Can I scan the pages that had his name on it and try and find, like, his level in the company, try and find, what floor he might have been on?
Yeah, no, as you sort of like look, with your businessman's acumen, you've dealt with bureaucracy, you've looked at paperwork before, you see next to his name, a list of where a cubicle should be and a floor.
Oh, right here.
Hey, you don't think the sin's at the top, do you?
I look at what floor he's on.
You look down at the floor and you see floor number 6.
Well, I mean, right here it says, this department's floor was floor 6, and there's 8 total floors, so maybe he was just a project manager? Not at the top, but near there.
Well, if we do have to scrap with this guy, I'm not excited to do it on the 6th floor.
I'm not excited to do it on any floor.
Do you think he's still alive along with the sin?
Well, we're not sure, but his cubicle is listed here. Or I guess it's his office.
We wouldn't have been called here if it wasn't causing some kind of stir, or at least if they weren't worried.
Today is April the 13th. It's a nice rainy spring day. Looking at this piece of paper you now hold in your hands, you realize that it's marked April 11th.
Hold on. Wait, this was recent. This was super recent. We should pick up the pace.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Is there a stairwell anywhere?
You look around and you notice the only stairwell would be outside. However, you look in the center of the building and there appears to be like a tiny 2 to 3 person elevator. But as you walk up to it, you press the door, you hear the chime, and you just hear ka-chunk, and then a like screech as the sound of emergency brakes are applied.
Ooh, elevator's out.
Good. I never take the elevator.
You actually step outside to walk up the stairs. It's one of those buildings where the stairwell is located on the outside. You walk up to the 6th floor.
As we're going up to the 6th floor, if there are windows, I'd like to look in and just see with whatever little light there is, what's going on the floors leading up to the 6th.
Yeah, the floors leading up to the 6th, you see very similar in the sense where it's just like, it's very dark inside and it's very hard to see because there's currently no lights on. It's just the light from outside pouring into the building. You can kind of make out just more abandoned cubicles, lack of people. Judging by the general amount of like desks and stuff like that, it was like a small to decently sized company. Like we're talking like roughly maybe 30 to 40 people.
Mm-hmm. Tomoe was much larger, but I can tell there's the similar vibe.
Surprisingly, though, there is no sign of blood. There is no violence or anything.
Yeah, it's like everyone just disappeared, yeah.
No carnage, no carnage.
As you notice, like, Ryuji's picking up the rear. He tucks 2 fountain pens into his coat pocket.
I'm going to rack up the tension, and we are going to tick up to another unspoken fear.
Awesome.
You open the door to the 6th floor. As you push in the door, a filing cabinet crashes to the ground, papers and manila folders just spilling everywhere. As you walk into, not executive suites by any means, especially for a company of this size, but it's like, oh no, there's like a closed off room here. This is where they could bring investors. This is potentially, it's like you have people outside coming in here. In the center of the room, there is a nice table with chairs. There's some books and like a couple magazines with articles related to the company's success. Looking down at the magazines, you notice they are all a few years out of print.
You know, your Fall Guy theory gets more validity as time goes on. But this place was bringing in a lot of money? What happened?
Well, if all those success magazines were from years ago, wouldn't it mean that it would suck as of recent?
What part of the floor is the office or like his desk space on?
It doesn't take long for you to like look at all the nameplates with the embossed names. You like look around on all the plaques, and you don't see Isobe's name anywhere, even though one of these offices should be his.
Nope, he's not here.
No, but I swear I saw 6th floor.
You look around the place, you see a name. It's like Yuhara Meiko. Her office was right next to, where Isobe's should have been.
Yuhara Meiko. I'm gonna see right next to that office if there's a new nameplate there, or...
Yeah, you look at the nameplate, and it looks fresh. Like that little bit of patina that gold like leaf sort of has. This one is pristine.
What's the name?
You see the name, and it says Tanaka Keishi.
Actually, I'll like hover my hand over the door and just sort of look at everyone else. Should I be taking point on this?
No,
Yeah, I mean, in there isn't its palace, right?
we don't know that.
Well, we should have our blaster take point, then I can be behind her to stop her if anything sneaks up on her.
Yeah. I'll bring out my sword just to like have it in hand ready, and then I'll like try to open the door.
It's locked.
Okay. Can I kick it down?
Yeah. Would you like to try and kick down the door?
I would like to try and kick down the door. I like try to open the knob, and you see me already get visibly frustrated by it. Like I'm quick to be frustrated because something doesn't go my way simply fast. And so I take a step back, like sort of like accidentally like hitting whoever's behind me on accident because I just so focused.
Yeah, who would be behind?
Connell.
Okay, Connell, are you, just getting like
Whoa.
punched or?
Do what you gotta do.
And then I sheath my sword, and I just like kick down the door with like my full force.
Phan gasps.
And the door flies off its hinges and slams into the wall. You walk into this office, the office that was supposed to be Isobe's. There is a PC that has now been shattered by the door. There's like a world's best, like one of those mugs, but it's like in katakana, and it says like world's best console salesman.
I'll leave you guys to the sleuthing, and I'm gonna stand outer side of the door, just like watch guard, you know?
Alright, thank you, Ivy. Alright, I'll take a look. I start rooting through the drawers, start looking for any evidence of Isobe having been here.
You hear what sounds like clicking. You are standing guard, and you're kind of close to the elevator, actually.
No.
And you hear something bumping over a metallic surface. You get this, like, primal understanding of something.
I'll kind of, like, take my sword and just, like, tap on, like, the lining of the door to be like, there's, like, danger here, like, speed it up, kind of.
As Ryuji is, like, rifling around on the floor, like, you know, as you clamber, you notice something behind a piece of the shattered desk. And Phan, you pick up this mug.
Is it labeled in any way?
You would be able to remember that Isobe was not in sales. This is not his mug. This is probably Tanaka's.
But it still seems important to this investigation. I'm gonna use psychometry. You see Phan get really quiet, even more so than usual, as she goes, like, with her legs crossed on the ground, holding the mug in the center of her legs as she closes her eyes and touches the sides of it, as she begins to explore the memories of this mug and the most volatile, immediate feelings and emotions that it has gone through within the last day.
You just sort of hear whispered into your inner ear, almost like it came from inside of you. You see the words in your mind. 8th floor, elevator.
I'm gonna look behind the desk.
You pull out a piece of paperwork. You look at it, and you begin scanning it, and you see the name on this piece of paperwork, and it does not, this is not a piece of Tanaka's paperwork. This is a piece of Isobe's paperwork.
What am I looking at?
It's a list of sales reports. This is old, a couple of years old at least. Isobe did not work in sales. Isobe did other stuff, which is detailed here on the sheet. He was more of a market analysis type of guy. He had a valuable position in the company and sort of steering it in a certain direction, sort of helping to guide the company to a future. Looking here, you can see he's done a pretty decent job in the past. The numbers here look good. The books don't look cooked. But this piece of paper is old. It's almost started to yellow with age.
How old is it?
You look at the date on it, it's 3 years from today.
Wait, 3? What?
As you begin to internalize this, you poke your head back down there and you feel another piece of paperwork. You look at it, the numbers aren't looking as good as they were. This one's 2 years old. It's still his name, his paperwork, but an investment in another company is on there. It's not looking good. It's in the red. It's not in the black.
I think I figured out the why as I sort of stand up and see you doing your psychometry on the ground.
Phan is, like, in a voice that almost doesn't sound like hers, like mumbling under her breath. Let the voice of God speak to me through his worldly creations. Let me hear his signs. As she keeps saying these strange, like, cryptic sayings as she is, like, very tightly holding this mug.
I think that's the loudest she's ever been. Okay, well, what'd you find?
I think I found the damage. They put their trust in him and he made a choice and it didn't pay off.
So you think they let him go?
Maybe? This doesn't feel like the whole picture. I mean, this was from 3 years ago, and only 2 years ago did it actually start going down. I mean, he must have been working at the company for years to be able to make a decision like this.
And if simple unemployment turned you into a sin, we'd be fucked.
No, but you don't understand. Companies... I'm like sort of looking at the other people here, and I sort of look at Ivy's back, just playing nervously with the papers between my fingertips. Companies in Japan, they're not like companies in other places. We're families. We work together, we live together, we go out together, we talk together. I mean, your inner circle, your family is the company. You can't just drop people like that. It would be an affront to loyalty. It would be an affront to It'd be an affront to Japan.
Maybe that's why he was so hurt.
I need to know more. I don't. This is not the full picture. I like drop the papers on the desk. This is not enough. I need to know more.
You see Phan come out of her trance, gripping the mug as she stands up, turning to you, whispering under her breath, 8th floor elevator. It's either where the sin is, where he is, or where something very important is to him.
The mug was not, what's it called? The mug was not Isobe's mug. It was Tanaka's.
I have a theory, but I don't know if it's right or not.
We got no other ideas.
What are you thinking, Ivy?
I'm not thinking very happy. I'm thinking that maybe, the owner of the mug pushed Isobe down the elevator shaft.
Well, it is a hound.
And I think they want vengeance for their own death.
This is not enough to fire someone, but, maybe he wasn't fired.
He was let go because he died.
They replaced him quickly. No loyalty. No family.
Was your company like this?
Well, I've only been with the company for 2 years, so... But no, I mean, we're doing well. Everything's in the green for us. I can't imagine a world where I would ever be forced to make such a choice. Though I don't know what would happen if I did.
Well, we have our motive.
I will say that I definitely heard some strange noises coming from the elevator, so...
The tension meter going to rack up 1, and unspoken fear is going to rack up 1.
Let's get a move on.
8th floor.
We are going to go up 1 tension. And you reach the 8th floor, and as you open the door, you look at the elevator, and the scent of gore is potent. You smell viscera and rotting bodies. The AC in this building has been out for days. You are one of the highest floors of the building. The highest floor of the building, the 8th floor. The elevator doors are open, and there is just the scent of blood wafting up. You look around the room, and you see 2 executive suites. You hear from the bottom of the elevator an ear-piercing scream.
Well, I think we know where it is.
Does this place have a basement, though?
No, it's just an elevator shaft.
You haven't looked at any of the building's floor plans. You brace your hand on the side of the elevator frame, and it slips. You pull your hand back to your face, and it is covered in blood.
Oh, gross.
If Connell's going, I'm going to go. Connell, wait!
There is no visible elevator as you look down. It's just darkness.
Is there a service ladder?
There is.
The sin's at the bottom of this building.
Can I try to open one of the executive suites?
Right, we should check those first.
I might have an idea. Does the door open? Is it locked?
Yeah, no, the executive suite is open, and the lock on it is actually busted.
Okay. When I walk in, what do I see?
You see signs of an intense struggle.
Mm-hmm.
You see, not like a peaceful disappearance, but like there is coffee spilled on the white rug. The desk is split in twain, almost like it was sliced with a blade.
Phan?
Yeah?
Could you come in here?
Okay. You see as she's walking towards you, she seems uncomfortably unbothered by the amount of gore in this building.
I don't really know how your blasphemy works, but can you, like, get a vibe from the room?
There's blood everywhere, so it's not good.
Can't argue with that.
You said there was coffee spilled on the rug, right?
Yes.
Is there a computer in here?
There was, but it's shattered. Like, this room is trashed. It's thrashed. It looks like a wild animal was let loose in here.
Oh, this is where the Hound spawned, or like where he changed.
You investigate the room, right? You're just like looking around at stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You walk in, Phan, and written on a piece of paper, not printed, a transfer of not employment, but of office for Isobe. From the 6th floor to the basement. You see the note is written by a Miyabe Keishi.
Miyabe Keishi.
So related to Tanaka Keishi?
Nepo baby. That's why he went ape shit.
They replaced him.
Probably, unlawfully.
Probably not too qualified, too.
No, this is unprecedented. Companies are not supposed to do this.
I mean, he's probably where his new office is, the basement, but...
How much you want to bet his palace is there?
I don't feel like making bets right now.
Well, there is a service ladder down the elevator.
Couldn't we just take the stairs? I don't want to go in the death elevator.
Phan goes down the ladder.
Does she go first?
I don't know why she would.
She deeply trusts the integrity of the ladder. It will not collapse on her.
Hold on, I'll be right back after you.
We are gonna have to really learn our impulse control.
I will follow eventually. I'll like sort of look at Ivy and go, we can't leave them to do that alone.
No, we definitely can't. Phan's gonna get herself killed.
Yeah, before we go down, I'm gonna take out one of the fountain pens. And I would just like to feel something pooling from the base of my brain, going down the stem, down my spine, spidering out through my nervous system, and into my fingertips. Like I am drawing the line between the firmament and the heavens, I will take this fountain pen, and right in front of you, Ivy, I just go down the length of it. And there is a line of grace that echoes into existence like I am drawing on reality itself, embedded within the center of this pen. And I hand it out to you. Can you just hold on to this?
Yeah. Sure.
Great. Okay. Shall we?
Yeah, I'll go first.
As you all begin to work your way down the ladder, Ryuji, you're last on the ladder. You are slowly climbing down into hell.
Yeah.
As you begin to work your way down the ladder, the blood and viscera illuminated by the emergency lights in the shaft, you hear just a clicking behind you. Almost like it's deep from something's throat. It seems to echo in the metal shaft that surrounds you. And you look up, you look around, you don't see anything. You just continue to hear this clicking, ticking noise as you begin to go down the elevator and more.
I sort of look down. Are my teammates still underneath me?
Your teammates are still underneath you.
I'm gonna grip tight the second fountain pen in my pocket. And I guess we descend, huh?
Yeah. To hell, as Emma so sweetly called it.
I think I'm going to implement a hook. So, how hooks work, the best way I can describe it is you really don't want these to get fulfilled. 9 times out of 10, bad things are going to happen. Once it fills to 3, bad things happen.
Uh-oh. The hunt begins, but who's the hunter and who's the prey?
Ryuji, you feel this deep and impending sense, almost like you're being watched. You climb down the elevator. Phan, as you reach the bottom of this elevator, you look around, and normally, there would be like a way to, there's like a door or like an emergency key or something like. I'm assuming Phan strikes me as the kind of person who would have read an elevator maintenance guide.
Oh, she loves that kind of stuff.
Just like looking around, being like, there should be a door here. I know my way around these things. Feeling around in this like half light, this darkness, you find your feet. They find a purchase, and you find yourself standing on top of the elevator that you heard crashing to the ground about 20 minutes previous.
Is there a latch that could open on top?
You feel around in the latch, for the latch, and your hands, they're just slipping and sliding, and there's blood and unidentified viscera and objects and just bits of people at the bottom of this elevator. I'm gonna need you to roll for this, please.
And that's 2 successes.
It's really good. So that's a success. And we're gonna go ahead and roll the risk die real quick.
Phan could disassemble a watch with her eyes closed.
And a toaster in under 45 seconds.
You succeed, but in the process of shambling around in the blood, in the viscera, you end up covering yourself in this pool at the bottom of the elevator.
Can we leave this elevator shaft as fast as possible?
Well, the only way is down.
You see Phan is very determined at this point to get this thing open and go through it.
Phan, with a complete and total disregard for what should be incredibly gross, you find yourself covered in blood, gore, and viscera. And as you drop down, the elevator shakes. You will feel it sort of wrestle as Phan impacts the ground. The doors are broken open. You can look into the basement. Panning up with your flashlight, you see a pile of 35 bodies. Corpses entirely drained of blood. Dried out like they had been bleached by the sun, as you hear the rush of blood, ever so slightly, as all of the blood from these 35 people is sort of just slowly pooling at the very bottom of the elevator shaft.
And I want to hurry before it fills up and you might drown in blood.
And as we enter the basement, we're going to go up 1 tension because we are going into a new scene.
Do you see it? Where is it? Is it still in the elevator shaft?
You all see the same sight that Phan saw. One woman hung up by her feet, head to the floor, her throat slit. Blood pouring from her neck, slowly draining. And as you look up, you see other, remnants of rope, chain, cables from the elevator tied up to the reinforced joists of this building, this basement, this sublayer. And in the far left corner, there's a desk.
That has to be it.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Fire girl, can you take me over there?
I just begin walking towards it.
Ryuji, you begin to hear the clicks again as you slosh through the bloody floor. And you feel like many pairs of eyes are looking at you.
Are you okay?
You approach the desk, and as you look around, you see pieces of paper, and as a businessman, you see the desperate attempts to turn something around, to try and save a company. You look at the paperwork, you see attempts at pivoting, you see trying to sell off ideas, propositions of mergers, declined, we won't be needing your services, thank you for reaching out, we appreciate the business, declined, an honest to God effort to try and turn things around.
I look down and I see all of this, and I think it becomes acutely clear to me. The thing that poor Isobe never figured out was that by this point, nothing he did mattered. They had him right where they wanted him.
And you look around at this desk, and it's almost like looking like an autopsy for you. You see the effort of someone laid bare, and it just wasn't enough.
And I'm shaking my head like, real shame for this guy, but that could have never happened to me. What happened to me was out of my control. Completely out of my control. It was Cain's fault.
This has nothing to do with you, man.
Yeah, no, of course it has nothing to do. I mean, it's a sad story. I mean, let's just exercise the stupid sin and then get out of here, right?
I mean, you know sins span your insecurities, right?
You look around, and as your flashlight eventually pans up onto the, you see written in blood, spelled out as if someone dragged their finger across the rough concrete. They did this to me. They blamed it all on me. I did nothing wrong.
What on the desk looks like it's important?
I collect all the papers together into a pile and I go, important? He thought this was important. That's the thing about Japanese companies, you can't fire people. It looks bad. So they didn't.
But they made him the fall guy for all the bad business.
They just make him a window sitter, right?
Yeah.
They lock him away where no one can find him.
But what was he willing to sacrifice?
Himself? His co-workers? He killed almost everyone.
He didn't care about his position. Maybe he just wanted to kill everyone involved.
Ryuji, you look down at this work, this paperwork in your hands. And when Phan said he didn't care, you know that that's not true. You look at this paperwork, and there was honest effort here. Real intent.
This was his baby. He cared. He cared as much as anyone who could care about idea could care. Because, again, these were his ideas. Not his company, but it was his ideas. Work is your life. They took his life away from him. He thought he was as good as dead. You want to see what he sacrificed? I put the papers down on the desk. Here's your sacrifice.
As we leave this scene, we're going to rock it up to tension.
Can I ask, where's the entrance to his palace?
The entrance to its palace, you look at the elevator doors, and you know, even though that you've never been in the field before, you know that's what it has to be. All of this death, this sacrifice, this blood pooling in this one location. The doors may be broken, but it's the threshold that counts. Now, the nail itself, it can be something metaphysical, it can be a physical object you carried with you. And however you would like to initiate this, it is up to you. However, I would like everyone to keep in mind that, Phan, you are 2 marks on 3 marks of a hook.
Yes.
And Ryuji, so are you. You feel this pressure, this fear. And you know there's something you have to do. You have to rid the world of this beast.
I'm gonna kneel in front of the elevator. Phan crossing her legs with the papers in the center of them, closes her eyes, and says a single word under her breath. Speak. As the absolute worst inner thoughts, every doubt, every malicious, murderous idea that this man has had is made manifest as a swirling of voices, of this like tornado of papers, and self-doubt surrounds this room as something begins to open.
If reality was made of a screen of glass, the panes would start to shatter as the wall that exists between the human conscious and unconscious is shattered. The room you all stood in no longer exists. You now are at the bottom of a new building. Looking up, it is horrible. It is falling apart. Pieces of glass falling onto the ground. It is painted by blood. The building is missing floors. It is crumbling upon itself. Inside of the palace, after using the nail, you see this beast sticking its head out of the top of one of like the broken floors. This beast. Its mouth, instead of being made with teeth, is made with fingers, and where the nail should be, there are fangs sprouting out of it, clicking and chattering as it has eyes that look down upon you, the three of them, dripping with blood. And as you look at this beast's form, you see the body of Isobe being dragged behind. This thing, born from the death of his pride, his love for this company, his unknown need for vengeance. He immediately leaps, bounding straight for Ryuji and Phan. Its body comprised of knives and blades. You see bits and pieces of swords, pens, car parts sticking out of it. Every step it takes, blood gushes from this creature as it just dives towards you. Now, how combat works in this system is very simple. Once you get to 6 tally marks on this talisman, the sin is dead. It's defeated. You've exercised it. Now, the hard part is getting that first tally mark, nay, getting 5 more of them. The other interesting thing here is technically I don't have any actions. I only have reactions. So now, exorcists, this beast is jumping at you. What do you do?
I am going to use my ability diplomacy and ask of these car parts a single word, and that one word is going to be overload.
Now, you have to be within the same room range as this creature, and as it stands right now, as it's diving towards you, it's a couple floors up. So for this to happen, you're going to have to get relatively close for you to move.
I'm going to wait.
Okay, so it leaps at us.
Yes, and I'm going to go ahead and pull up the talismans.
Okay, I'm gonna run.
I'll see where
Yeah.
you're running, Ivy, and start going in the opposite direction. And I'm gonna pick up my briefcase and start unlatching it.
Yeah, I'll go to the right then. I'll go to the right. However far I can get.
Phan, do you have a plan?
I think she's whispering under her breath the various instructional manual of different car engines. Of like, in the right chamber, it explodes to give us 39 joules of energy. To the second chamber.
Yeah, I think we're all running except for Phan, who's staying in place.
You're all backing up, Ryuji. You are going to receive, as this thing like pounces in front of you and lands in front of you, the horror laid bare. The first time you have laid eyes on a sin,
Yeah.
you feel like you're crying, but your vision turns red and you realize they're not normal tears, they're tears of blood.
I get an extra dice to any roll involving interacting with the object. I'm with like doing like a finger gun, pointing up, looking right at it.
That's tragic. So, none of those succeed, and I will let you know the risk roll was a 1. Outcome being much worse. Because of that, its dive into the center of the group, it falls, and the objects begin to pull towards you as the hound barrels towards you, slapping you with its tail, slashing you with the assorted brake pads, steering wheels, and shifting knobs sticking out of this creature's spine. This creature is on top of you, and if you do not move soon, bad things are going to happen.
I would like to make an action at this point. I think we're all running away. Phan attempts this gambit. It fails. This beast is now bearing down on her. I turn around. My vision is bleary with... I can barely see. Everything's a haze of pure red. My hand is shaking, grabbing my briefcase, and I see this thing that used to be a businessman. Can I see the body of Isobe attached to this hound?
Yes, it's getting dragged along.
I click open the briefcase, and I'm going to turn over to the hound and go, "Are you really that upset over your job?" And I will begin to open up the briefcase, filling my briefcase, which I believe people thought was a gun or some kind of weapon or something like that, is just rows upon rows of very well-kept Japanese fountain pens. I'm beginning to run my fingers over each of them in groups of 5, 1 for each finger, inscribing axes within each pen. Fountain pens clatter to the floor. I go, "I'm a better businessman than you, and come and get me."
Hold on, Ryuji, let me give you a better opening. I am going to pull out a kitchen timer and start to twist and fuck with it. I'm going to use 2 psychic bursts of time stop to freeze the beast in place. Only I can move in time stop, but yes, Phan will be frozen along with the beast because the radius is like. I forget the radius is.
As
same room.
Ryuji throws open his case, pens clattering everywhere, you pull out and turn your timer. You all watch as just the world seems to lose volume, and as the beast is pinned in place for an indeterminate amount of time that I am yet privy to. Sumner?
It is 9 seconds of time stopped on both of them, and using this time, Connell turns to both of you and says, "Give him everything you got!" As he's sprinting over to Phan to get her out of the, because he can move and stop time.
But you just can't use blasphemies in it.
Yeah, all powers are disabled inside of it. He's just literally pulling her out.
You are just a guy in time stop.
Yeah, I am. Okay. And also, I gain one of my own custom hook, which is temporal instability, which I will mark off now. You guys watch as Connell twitches as the time is stopped. In the radius itself, it appears to just be a dark negative space where everything has ceased.
Time resumes for everyone else but Phan and the Hound.
I guess, do we want to resolve me pulling Phan out first, just so she doesn't get caught in the crossfire?
You run in and you pull out Phan, and how does that happen?
He quickly he pushes the Hound's claw up as he pulls her out, but I imagine she gets scratched on the way out.
She's actively has tears down her face. She's clutching her hammer in the center of her chest and just saying, like, I want to go home.
Don't worry, I got you. All right, give him everything you got.
I am going to set all of these pens at a set radius from me within a specific direction. I've inscribed axes on each of these pens. I am going to wait for the Hound to approach me. And as soon as it hits a certain radius, I want to activate my greater axis.
Okay. Ivy?
Rylee, fuck him up.
Okay.
Nice.
So-
Huge.
After watching just everything that went down and Yuji is playing with pens, I don't know what he's doing. I'm super scared. I see Phan crying. I take a deep breath. I can just feel like the rage that I've been suppressing these past few days that I like accidentally let out on that door earlier. I feel it all just bubble up and burn, and I let out the brightest beam of light that any of you have ever seen, and it blinds you for a second, and it just goes straight into the beast. And you can kind of see it like burn him up from like the inside out a little bit.
You all observe this new hole that has been punched inside of the Hound. A clean, just fist pressed through, like a basketball-sized hole in this creature. Flesh and viscera missing. The wound itself cauterized as blood begins to like pool upon the edges of it, dripping down like a gory waterfall. Yeah.
Just be quiet, Ryuji's got a plan.
I am going to take my hammer and take the pages that I grabbed from the desk and send nails through them towards the creature as I'm baiting these words, screaming at it, essentially goad the creature into becoming so upset by these words that are being thrown at it that it loses its focus for a second and might try and go at you a little more haphazardly. And I'm going to use setup, so you're going to gain an extra dice on whatever action you take next. I think, like, as they sort of fly through the air, it's like, disappointment, economic downturn, in the red.
And this thing sees you, and it was already seeing red. It's seeing crimson now. As the only business person here with a briefcase, fountain pens, you have the look. This thing looks at you and just pounces. It just starts diving.
Right. Because I was waiting for it to come towards me. Because I was doing a calculation based off of the parameters of a blasphemy that is way too complicated And I think I just wait for it to come closer, wait for the shape to become big enough that the calculations in my head have paid off. And I think the rest of you begin to see the fountain pens on the ground that I have oriented, dumped out haphazardly onto the ground, oriented all in one direction. All of them begin to rattle and then spin on themselves, like twisting and turning, rolling in one direction and then back as they gently lift off the ground and begin to spin like a drill bit. I close my eyes like a key fitting into a lock perfectly and twisting. These drill-like pens are now firmly implanted, running along a perfect circumference of my aura of death, and implant themselves into its head at supersonic speed.
You are going to tick. We're going to add 1 slash to kill the hound,
Thank God.
bringing it to 3 of 6.
However,
We're halfway with the fuck amount of everything.
Yeah.
That's
As
nice.
you fling your pens towards this creature, they burrow inside of its hide, another addition to its spiny flesh. However, it still continues to barrel down on top of you, not relenting in its charge. 2.
Ew.
That's good.
that's a fail.
That's very
go.
good for you. You are going to take 1 stress from this attack.
Only one, let's go. Back when my blasphemy was being tested by the people at Temerity, combined with the people at Castle, they sent me out here without a service weapon because I remember vividly in one of those experiments as I saw exorcists far more powerful than me staring through panes of glass as in a concrete box I had sent 2 fountain pens drilling through a 6-inch concrete wall. And I think as this thing bounds towards me and bears down upon me, I go, they're just pens. And I just snap my fingers and they continue drilling as this thing's head twists just ever so slightly and its jaws miss just a little bit.
I'm gonna just hit it again with the saber. I'm gonna.
Let it rip!
But this time, it's blue. Because I've decided so.
Blue.
Tell me more.
It's blue raspberry flavor.
I sort of pace around the giant hound and that's on top of my friend essentially, and I try to look for a shot that I could take where it wouldn't injure Ryuji, but I honestly don't think I can find one, but I just decide to take it anyways. And so I'm sort of filled with a sorrow in that moment. And this time the beam the beam of light I shoot is bright blue. And let's see if it hits.
It's a success. You will be adding 1 to the clock of this hound. However, Ryuji will be taking an injury here.
The ice slides onto the hound, and it the icicles sort of burst from it, and then it hits you from that, and you feel this cold feeling seep all throughout your body, and you kind of go rigid, and you feel like you're stuck.
As the calcified frozen flesh ricochets off of the hound and impacts into your chest, Ryuji. You all see this happen. It's going to take a free reaction. It's going to use its once per round free reaction. And it's going to let out a ear-shattering screech. It's going to do this at 1 stress. Everyone who has a stress here is going to take stress. Now, because this went well for the hound, and there is no risk outcome, this went better, it is not going to have to give up its advantageous position on top of Ryuji. It is going to be able to hold that dominant position. You watch as its teeth mouth just open, and all of its eyes blink in just the wrong way, as just blood begins to spew you from this thing, like needles, hitting the ground and impacting the building, them burrowing into the concrete, and this noise letting out this horrible, horrible, horrible screech, forcing you all to just clutch your ears in pain. All right, and that is the whoever else wishes to go.
All right, I'm stopping time again.
Okay.
All right. You watch as Connell is like panicking now because he sees that Ryuji is like about to die. He pulls out another kitchen timer and he twists it, but not as far. He's short on time. Ooh, 3 seconds! Give me that. I'll take it.
3 seconds.
Okay, what are you doing with 3 seconds of stop time?
I'm getting Ryuji the fuck out of there. But I pull the kitchen timer out and seeing that the radius once again appears of sort of this black and white sort of circle. It's more of a sphere as it affects them both. He quickly just dives in, pulls Ryuji out, and like runs him out of the beast's advantageous position. Come on, we gotta get you out of here, man.
Damn, and there's a 6 on the wrist roll right there. So you're doing really good. That goes
Okay,
very well.
He's just out. Okay, I'm just like sprinting you like as far away from it as possible.
Okay. Phan, what are you doing?
Can I make an attack while it's in stop time?
I mean, it is 3 seconds.
Okay. You watch as you begin to see threads of grace emanating from the eye of Phan. The sin seed in her brain leaking sin as she commands it to act, no matter how little it has left to give. Her failures against this sin weigh on her in this moment. The divine agony of defeat conjures a psychic nail that she throws in the air, holding her hammer in one hand and taking out one of the pages in the other. And just before the nail falls back to the ground, she slams the nail as it punctures the center of the page, guided by the path of the nail, impaling directly into the sin.
So,
and it is going to take 1 talisman.
Okay. It is at 5 of 6.
As it shreds through the paper, taking the page along with it into its flesh, as it screams out with these words, embedding itself into its mind.
This creature, it like begins to roll around in agony and being reminded of its like reason of existence, the entire reason it was born. This hatred for this company made manifest once again, psychically attached to its flesh.
I'm gonna spend a psyche to roll twice for my saber.
Not good. That's a 2.
Oh!
That's a 3.
Oh god, okay.
Oh no!
Wait.
Neither of those work.
Hold on.
You're about to get in.
I'm gonna use my ability, I'll do it myself. And I'm gonna step in, point my finger at the sin, and to the car part say ignite. I get to roll an extra dice, and this might make you succeed.
Okay.
I take
Come on.
I take 1d3
Yeah, I
plus
was
1
about to say,
stress.
I think if you fuck this up, the both of you are about to get cooked.
So
no.
you rolled a 3.
I rolled a
and
3? Okay.
Or you rolled a 3 and I rolled a 1 on the risk table. So
Oh, we're so good!
I don't
Both
know
of you are
how,
This is
in
bad.
so much trouble.
yeah. I don't know how much stress you're taking here. So I think that's going to bring you to your max. So you're 1 away from taking an injury.
Correct.
Okay. And 1 on the risk. I'm gonna say you, in your attempt to do this, you fall over yourself and you end up tripping on
Wait,
ice.
Emma. Before that, over the
You
past
can't look at it.
couple hours, I've
Uh-huh.
understood a couple things about this person. One is that they are deeply, deeply insecure. I am going to counter them, and I am going to answer one of their trauma questions and say, you were transferred here because you couldn't do your job, and someone else did it better than you. And
Okay.
any stress that might have been suffered is reduced by 1d3.
Great.
Right, so it's still at 1 HP.
I am half frozen. I'm like holding on to you as you're like carrying me back. I go, Connell,
Yeah.
do you trust me?
Yeah, right now I fucking do.
Do you want to see the wheel?
I don't know what the fuck that is, but sure.
Do you trust me?
Yes!
Okay, and I put my 2 fingers on your forehead. You feel something begin to spread throughout your body. I'm going to, with his willing consent, inscribe an axis into him.
Okay.
I'm gonna be like, go on, get closer to that thing, and I pull out my last fountain pen. The one remaining in my pocket. Halfway between me and that thing.
Alright, you got it. He pulls out his shotgun and he quickly takes a deep breath. He charges the monster.
As it's running towards it, holding up my last fountain pen, I just whisper into it, Bhava Chakra. And the pen begins to spin. I will use a Psyche Burst to give myself advantage. And I will also use the work to take 2 points of stress and give myself another die of advantage.
Okay.
Go.
You okay?
He's on death's door. He's about to. You are
You are
one step
bleeding
away from dying.
profusely. I would just like, you are fucked.
Always gamble!
Okay, girl.
This is Gojo hovering over Toji.
Okay, I'm going to, yeah, I take 2 stress. That is 3d6 of advantage, I think.
Please.
That's a 4.
How much risk though? How much risk?
I'll mark off my last Psyche Burst.
Oh,
What was that?
cinema. 6.
What?
Yes! Yes! Yes!
Naren, how do we dispatch this thing?
Yeah, how does it die?
I think because I've inscribed an axis within you, you gain a glimpse past the veil into its pure operative force. You see all of those fountain pens from before. They have these same lines of grace, and you see the world spinning around them. Like all of them are the center of a gyrating force that makes the world go round. And as you stand there and I hover this pen, you look down and you see the great wheel of the universe turning. And as you see that, you have become the center of the universe, as the pen becomes a dagger, that becomes a sword, that becomes a flame, that becomes a point of light, that then spins around you like the spinning of celestial bodies as it collides with this thing, and its head unravels into a spiraling pattern of viscera that then splatters itself against the wall like a great mural of violence. And it is done.
Holy shit. Am I glad I trusted you?
I'm still sorry about
Holy
that,
fuck.
Ryuji.
Wow.
No, it's alright. Here, can you pick me up?
Yeah, I got you, pal. Here, come here, pal. Come here, pal.
I'm like slumping against the wall. Ugh.
Hey, buddy. Hey, you can use me for weight, don't worry.
You execution of this sin, this stain that has been wiped away, turned into nothing by the pure divine rotation of the universe, unraveled into nothing but molecules as the building begins to decompose behind you. The glass that makes up this reality slowly beginning to crack as it shatters and chips, reopening the window into the waking world, the truth in front of the eyes instead of the lies behind them, as you can all jump through the portal and end back up in the basement.
You saw it, right? You saw it?
That was one of the coolest things I think I've ever seen. I'm gonna be drawing all about this.
I hold up my finger and like a piece of ice just orbits around it. That's Bhava Chakra. That's my vector blasphemy. It's a weird one.
Yeah, I've never seen anything like it before, but it was incredible. Thanks. Well, you saved us all too. Well, including yourself. He's like still hobbling you out.
Yeah, thank you. And Ivy, don't worry about it. You did what you had to do.
Are you okay?
No, not at all. I feel terrible.
You are
Yeah,
bleeding profusely, in fact. Just
Yeah, let's get him to a Cain hospital.
Do they have those?
oh yeah, no, you guys get access to really good medical care if you can survive and make it there.
Yes!
Being the keyword. As you all step out of the elevator and climb back out from hell, ascending from the bloody depths and stepping out onto the roof of this building, pushing your way out of the shaft as a light rain begins to fall on you.
You know what? I feel like having some Suntory whiskey. Have you ever had Suntory whiskey? I keep seeing commercials about it.
Only condition is let's get our sanctioned indulgences passes first with the new script you just earned us. Am I right?
I don't make money here.
Oh no, we're gonna get a payout for what you just did. Don't worry.
Oh, okay, great.
Let's get you to a hospital first.
Yeah.
You look down from the top of the building, and standing there, waiting by a black SUV, is Makoto. Cigarette in one hand, umbrella in the other. She notices you, and then begins to smile and waves at the bottom. And that's where we're going to end today's session.
Yay!
Yay!